Yeah, those stickers will, you know, get to go on those Teslas for the first time since SpaceX told us they're expanding their fleet of ride-out vehicles.
We know they're getting close because I can hear the helicopter.
There it is, passing overhead as they pass in front of the Kennedy Space Center VAB, and just a few feet away from the turn basin. And while we're looking at the VAB, the home of the Artemis 1 mission and all Artemis missions, it's a good time to talk about what happened at the turn basin the other day. They're getting ready to pass by that body of water as we see some folks waving at those cars as they go by.
The representative of the whole crew. You heard Arthur call the side hatch leak checks are good, which is a great sign. It's going to take a while now for the closeout crew to actually clean out the white room. There's a whole bunch of work they're doing as they start to do that, but it looks like everything's on track.
Yeah, we've had the comm checks, the seat rotation, suit leak checks, they're complete. And so now we're just tightening up that hatch.
Thanks, Daryl. That's right. We're exactly T-minus 10.5 minutes until liftoff of Crew-6. As you can see there on your screen, Falcon 9 is underway with propellant loading, as indicated by those white clouds forming around the vehicle. The fuel loading is complete on the second stage. LOX load remains underway. It's about 40% full on the second stage. LOX load also underway.
Dragon, SpaceX, confirm crew displays configured for launch.
SpaceX Dragon crew displays are configured for launch.
Copy that, Steve. And once again, on behalf of the entire SpaceX team, we're honored to have you aboard Dragon Capsule Endeavour on its next trip to the International Space Station. We wish you a great mission, good luck, Godspeed, and enjoy the ride.
You heard those calls. The Falcon 9 fully fueled with RP-1 rocket fuel as well as the liquid oxygen. That call of Dragon is an auto idle. There's going to be a series of calls.
Started. Expect rising.
There's the gas closeout, purging the lines of the fuel that had supplied the Falcon 9 with RP-1 and liquid oxygen. We'll also wait for a call of the arming of the flight termination system. The Dragon flight computers are configured for launch. Flight termination system will allow Falcon 9 to talk to Dragon on the ride uphill. Terminate the flight, issuing an abort.
Startup. Dragon is in countdown. $15 seconds.
Ready for an on-time launch for the instantaneous run.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Engines full power and liftoff of Crew-6. Go Dragon, go Falcon.
Now launching on Endeavour's fourth flight to the International Space Station. Vehicle pitching downrange, 1.7 million pounds of thrust, right on 9 from when the engines in the first stage. Hearing good coupled stage propulsion is out. Position of the Falcon 9 and the Dragon as they make their way up the eastern seaboard. In the event of an abort, these different abort modes would indicate about the position where Dragon would land.
Started.
as well as indicate what series of maneuvers Dragon would indicate. But so far, we're hearing good calls on the performance of the Falcon 9 on its ride uphill. 1 minute 53 seconds into flight.
We're about 30 seconds away from main engine cutoff, which will be followed quickly by stage separation and second engine start, which is the ignition of that MVAC engine on the second stage. Now about 10 seconds away from main engine cutoff.
Two Alpha.
Copy, 2
Stage
Alpha.
separation confirmed.
There you can see screen confirmation of stage separation, as well as ignition of that second stage engine. Second stage is now carrying the Crew-6 astronauts to orbit. Beautiful view there on the left-hand side of your screen coming from the first stage, which, as you can see, is still gaining in altitude. It has not yet reached its apogee. A beautiful view of the Florida Space Coast there in the background.
Meanwhile, we're tracking good performance on that MVAC engine. On the screen to your right, we'll be hearing periodic performance calls about once every minute of the status of the trajectory of the second stage and the Crew-6 astronauts that are inside Crew Dragon Endeavour. We'll also be hearing call-outs, just like you heard just there, as we pass over the various ground stations along the ascent track.
Dragon, SpaceX, nominal trajectory.
There's that performance call-out.
Dragon acknowledges nominal trajectory.
As for the first stage there on the left-hand side of your screen, that first stage still gaining in altitude, although that gain is slowing down. It will be making its way back down to Earth, landing, attempting a landing on our drone ship. Just read the instructions, which is located off the Florida coast by a couple hundred miles.